Paradox Pokémon are one of the best features added in Generation 9, with many being very strong and having a major impact on the game. Similar to Ultra Beasts, they all share common abilities in Photosynthesis and Quark Drive, which can provide them with a boost to their highest stat when in sun or electric terrain. This has got a lot of people wondering what other abilities they could have. Future Paradox Pokémon are some of the most disappointing Pokémon ever made. Not only do they have uninspired designs and repetitive names, they have the worst of the two abilities, Quark Drive, as electric terrain is naturally harder to build around than sun. I want to start with these utter disappointments of Pokémon, as they need the most help out of the two. The one exception to this is Iron Bundle. This little penguin is too fast and too powerful for regular play, and any ability I give to this Pokemon would make it busted, so why not go all out? With his little skis, I could see this mon having the ability Slush Rush. There are no special attacking Slush Rush users, and I think that this could really make it a friend Ubers, especially with all the dragons running about. Snow has come out of nowhere as one of the best archetypes for hyper offense, and Bundle could really be the spearhead for this in Ubers with Alolan Ninetables as its enabler. For the extremely creatively named Iron Moth, I could see Levitate being a good ability. Thematically, it's always floating, and it could do amazing for this metallic enjoyer of light, covering up their greatest weakness to ground moves. Iron Valiant is maybe the coolest of the future paradoxes, with its mix of being both Glade and Gardevoir, and I think it would do great with Psychic Surge as its ability. Whilst Valiant isn't a psychic type itself, it's based on two of these, and could therefore use a pseudo third stab to hit with. It would also fit really well with the playstyle of Valiant, as it's a fast, powerful sweeper vulnerable to priority attacks. For Iron Hands, there is really only one ability, Iron Fist. This big fella is made to punch, and nothing else. It should really have more moves of this variety to take full advantage of their ginormous meat hooks that they possess, but this ability fits too well for a Pokemon that's scientifically created to knock you into next week. Iron Treads has always been in the shadow of its older brother, Great Tusk, but it could really do with Speed Boost. We've typically always seen Speed Boost reserved for frail Pokemon, but Treads, with its good physical bulk, could do great with such a brilliant ability to allow it to spiral out of control. Iron Jugulus, with its terrible name, boring design and bad stats, could put those headcanons to good use with the ability Mega Launcher, meaning that they could spam powerful moves like Dark and Dragon Pulse in order to be viable. Iron Thorns really writes itself. This should be given Iron Barbs as its ability. Whilst Thorns is generally an offensive Pokemon, Tank Chomp can show that this ability can be effective on Pokemon with decent bulk, and it's too fitting not to be applied. The final two future Paradox mons are Iron Leaves and Iron Crown. Based on the Swords of Justice, I think Leaves could really benefit from the ability Sharpness to play off its former status as a sword fighter, and Crown with its Regality could be given the ability Supreme Overlord, the signature ability of King Gambit, as it's the respective leader of its trio. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking or subscribing. I make videos on theory mons and changes I would like to make to Pokemon.